Hergadurgadinga bork 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 everyone, this is Carl McRae. We are having a Swedish Högtid. We got the Lars Higgs up in the other suit. Say hello,
Oh yeah.
Lars.
Oh, hello everybody.
Well, it's a good time here. We're at the trek. I forget what trek it is. I think it's the
So,
Swedish meatballs trek of IKEA. I'm not looking it up right now. You cannot prove it.
well, yeah, there's no one to tell you no. I guess you're right.
Exactly. That's what I'm seeing. It's actually oh boy, Gelleråsen Arena. I think I pronounced that right. The A with the circle over it's a that's an O sound if I remember correctly. But anyway, this is ESR Sunday Fundays Swedish series. We got you can see Volvos, or as they would probably pronounce them, Wolvos. Don't at me. I am. I don't want to give away my regular name, so I'm still gonna be. I'm gonna be Carl McCree. That's me. And that's Lars Higgs. We got Luciano Ichas. We got some more names in here that we didn't kind of expect.
I'm gonna make a note that when you did the introduction, you went from you started at Scottish, then went to Australian, then British, then Swedish, then
What? Have you not heard a Swedish accent before? That was 100% Swedish. GTFO out of here. Hey, Max Simmons P14 is still using maxed out McRacing as his team. I love it. Heck yeah, those capitals are awesome. But yeah, we got 15 drivers in here, and they're all driving the Volvo.
yeah.
And we have one actual Swede here, at least according to the flag. That's Zach Hemstrom, who I
Well,
have
he's
come.
actually American or British, but races. But he moved to Sweden, so he calls himself
Okay.
Swedish.
I now know that.
He's a fraud.
That's the thing I know. Yeah, so we got plenty of names. Most of these are names you've heard before. The lone one that I don't think we have seen, we might have, is Heidenreich. Heidenreich. That's Martin, number 10.
No, you're gonna say Heidenreich.
Heidenreich!
Yeah, you have
Sorry,
to say it
I've
with a
no, I've
lot of
no doubt.
aggression. Like,
I have no doubt that he's not gonna be participating in any races after watching this video.
you have to pronounce it with a sound.
With a sound, get some
Yeah.
phlegm in there.
Yep.
So you just saw the qualifying order. We're just now looking at these awesome tires, which are appear to be intersecting with each other. I learned something in a race room race that these tires are not movable, so they are not squishy as per real life.
You really think that with the graphics of Racing, they would have taken the time to make the tires have physics?
Nah, nah,
Say, I like that blue
nah.
car.
Yeah, the blue car is pretty good. Not my favorite though. But yeah, so this is the second to last and also the middle
York.
race in the what? Bjork. Yep, that's the. Oh, finally got a 61 Girolami. I like it. But the
Is it
next round,
Byork or oh, what the?
by York.
I forgot.
Maybe. So we got Luciano Joseph, Bertrand Barrier, John Spriggs, Magic Cash Chuck, Steve Davidson, Zach Hemstrom, Pablo Stupinski, Martin Edmonds, Butler, Heidenreich. Oh, never mind, they're switching. Barker, Delgado, Komorowski, Winkler, and Wolf. We haven't seen Winkler before either.
Pinkler.
These WTCCs I absolutely love, and we're racing them next week as well. Oh, they're so good, so much fun. What's up?
If there was a WTCR fun race in AC1, would you race it?
An AC?
Like I said, of course,
Sure.
01.
Yeah. No, I understand. I also like how you say one as though there's an AC2 somewhere.
Well, if I say AC, I don't know if you meant if you mistakenly thought I said ACC and it cut out or something.
Oh, okay. But no, I don't think Assassin's Creed has any touring cars, but it's possible. In which case, I would be 100% in support.
You flash back to Edward as a racing driver.
Exactly. Anyway, we're coming around. Oops, actually, we already. When did the race start? I don't know this track well enough, and there was not. They were just driving crazy from the get-go. So
Guess this is
already
turn
just
one.
crap is happening. I call it crappening. And there's a blue car that's leading the field. That's all I'm for sure of. It's Luciano Ciasso. Looks like Martin Edmonds is having some struggles in 12th place. I talked to Zach Hemstrom earlier, and he said that he was surprised that the camera focused on him so much the last race. Looks like it's continuing that tradition. It knows that Swedish, we're going to have the cars in Sweden, driven by the driver in Sweden. So your only way it can be. Matt, how's your day been?
Oh, today was long. Not really long, just, you know, every day is long.
Yeah, I get you. Not
How
as
was your
long as
job
these guys'
hunting?
day is gonna be. What's that?
How was job hunting?
Your job hunting? Did
No,
you
your
just get a
job
new job?
hunting.
Oh, how's
I
my
thought,
job hunting?
yeah, I
It's
thought you were
going
job
well.
hunting.
It's going well. I had a meeting with a recruiter, and we got a plan worked out for how to best organize my pursuits. Mauricio Delgado making a bold pass on the outside of Komorowski. I think it's Adam, but I'm not entirely remembering.
Wrestling things. Oh, this guy fought this guy in wrestling things.
Is that a meme that I don't know?
No, I'm just making fun of Byron and Mike. Just start talking about
Oh
wrestling
yes,
when during
MMA.
races.
Yes. Mm. Yes, the something
Body slam,
non sequitur
John
related to
Cena.
meat. Do you think they'll watch this?
I'd be disappointed if they didn't.
Do you think I can come up with a portmanteau of meat and non sequitur?
Don't you have a gift for that?
No, that's Max Simmons. He's actually in 13th place. He's made up one spot. He's battling with James Butler.
She just needs to stop making memes and drive the car.
No, Mika What isn't here.
Mika what? Or Max Simmons is just Mika what with a voice.
Basically, allegedly Mika What also has a voice, but only you and Jeff and Josh and Mike, I think, know that. No, not Mike.
I feel like I'm an elite group.
You feel like what?
I'm an elite group.
Well, we all know that's not perhaps true, but you can just keep thinking, oh, we got battle for front. Bertrand Barrier got past Luciano Ichaso. And that's going to be it. Ooh, getting a little bit slidey. Not too shabby, not too shabby. So it's a pretty tight race at the front. We got the trio of Barrier, Ichaso, and Spriggs. All within nice stone's throw of each other. And I highly recommend throwing stones. That's how the racing gets the bestest. Ooh, Pablo Stapinski going for a slide,
Oh,
catching it, but not before he goes into the gravel and struggling to get back on the
Pablo, the
track, it
German
seems.
border's the other way. It doesn't make, it's not as funny.
Not as much, but A for effort.
I'll get it one of these times.
Getting passed by Butler and Barker both. Tries to put up a fight, but his tires have to be totally covered in dirt.
That's a weird German flag.
He is a dirty boy.
Cool.
But
You see his flag, right?
Luciano Chasa's flag, Argentina?
Yeah. You see a flag?
I do. I just said I did.
It's a weird looking German flag.
Yeah, it is pretty weird, isn't it?
And they start
I think they ran out of yellow. They only got a little bit on the middle there.
Yeah. And the rest on the outer bars must have faded.
Here again with Zach Hemstrom. He had a little bit of a tank slapper there, but was able to corral it. I said before, I love these touring cars. They're just so much fun.
I have to say, sorry, I'll let you go.
We did a ranked race room series last week, and we did some TCR racing at Suzuka. My goodness, that was quite a battle. You can really hoon those things around. Anyway,
I
there
have
you
to
go.
say, the physics of the cars going over bumps and stuff is very irritating in a way.
In a way, wait, which
Well,
way is
they're very
that?
jerky. Like you watch them go over the bumps, it's like
Oh yeah, that's just because it's online. They get a little bit of freak outy when they go over little tiny bumps like that.
I just thought it was the racing physics.
No, it's not. At least not in my experience. Because I mean, you remember we had those issues with like the engine sounds when they shift. That it still happens, and you can even see them juddering right now. So that's my theory, at least. I mean, you could just be just stupid. Oh, John Spriggs having a look. Not really. It was the teeniest, tiniest look on the inside of Luciano Chasso. Oh wow, Ichazo has a big off. Don't know how that happened. Looks like he recovered, but not before Spriggs picks up second place. Hemstrom has made his way up to sixth. The result from looks like Ichazo is continuing to struggle. I wonder what's going on. He might have some technical difficulties. Davidson and Hemstrom pick up their positions. So now it is a big old four-way for second place. Who is that? That might be Davidson. Looks like people are starting to struggle real bad with the understeer, which is really unusual because while front-wheel cars are known for their understeer, that's only usually after the braking zone and once you apply the throttle. Ooh, someone getting really slight. That might be Edmonds or possibly Barker. Not
Oh,
sure. What up?
you're also wrong. The 911 does under power.
Yeah, I was referring to the touring cars. Did I say something wrong?
No, you said only front-wheel drive cars usually understeer. I said, well, funny story.
Oh yeah, I guess that's also true. I meant it more as a these cars in particular, but I suppose yeah, I've never really driven the 911. It understeers out of corner exit. That makes sense.
Well, understeer's on power.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, with the weight being all in the rear, it seems pretty well suited for drag racing, but not so much for corner exit. Anyway, I'm kind of surprised some people are going off on the outside. At least on corner entry, these touring cars have crazy. At least I mean the ones I've driven, never driven the Volvo, but they usually have pretty crazy lift-off oversteer, which is one of the reasons why they're so much fun to me. And then crazy power on understeer. So it would stand to reason that they would struggle, on the outside or on the outside of the corner, but not on the inside, but or inset. But it doesn't seem like they're doing that. I'm kind of curious as to why.
Do they also have snap oversteer?
Oh yeah, that's the good stuff.
Oh, so it's just like your car ILL.
No, my car doesn't have snap oversteer. That's Ayrton's car.
Oh, right, you're the fake Ferrari.
Yeah, sure. Hey, I don't wait, dude. When my car came out, the real Ferraris had abandoned the OG Ferrari heritage. Transverse engines. What happened to that? See, there we go. Now we're seeing a bunch of people off on the
Progress?
outside. Also known as inefficiency.
I
Let's not
think that
forget that
means the
let's
opposite of
not forget that
progress.
the Dino and many of the other Ferraris of the original era all use transverse engines.
I don't remember the what's it called, the Dino being all that good.
Well, I mean you're not wrong. That's just a poor example I chose. Anyway, we got Steve Davidson chasing down Magic Cash Chuck. Lieutenant Trusso seems to have settled in fifth, but is under fire from Mr. Hamstrom.
I'll be right back in like a few minutes.
Okay. We're losing our Higgs. Audience speak. Now we can talk crap about him now that he's gone. Oh, Steve Davidson, that's Winkler, actually. Winkler is out. Otto Winkler. Otto. Drive-through penalty for track limits to be resolved. That seems like a bit of a, you know, case of, what the heck is that phrase? Gosh dang, it's such an easy one. Insult to injury, that's it. It seems like he lost plenty of time on that, but the racing gods are as they are. James Butler hunting down John Barker. They always seem to fight each other and confuse me because I always mix up their names. Martin Emmons just in front of him. You can see the snap oversteer of these cars kicking into effect. They like sliding, but they're very controllable because with basically any power, it'll right itself.
Just like most airborne accidents.
They'll right themselves. Huh. I'm not sure about that
Have you
one.
ever played a racing game?
I have, but I don't know how that relates to airborne accidents.
If you flip, you just press the gas and your car will respawn.
Oh, I thought you were talking about plane accidents, not. I didn't know that airborne accidents. How often do you
Cars
flip
up
in?
in the
How often
air.
do you flip in racing?
In RF2?
I'm sure. Why not?
Does Forza count?
You're the one who brought it up. Yes, why not?
A lot. If you ask Ayrton, a lot. Anyway, be right
Then I
back, like
think
2
I'll ask him
minutes.
then. Okay.
I hadn't left, I was eating my pizza.
Oh, okay.
Excuse me.
So now Matt's gone. Oh wow, Lucina Chelsea with a dive from hell. Little secret. Now that Matt's gone, we can say it. A lot of Ferraris even before the Dino and stuff were longitudinal engines. But we can't let them know that. Let's keep a secret between us, okay? So it's maintaining pretty close for a lot of races here. We've got plenty going on. The only couple exceptions are Heidenreich and Edmonds, and Magic Kazchuk as well, and Delgado. So there's a few gaps, but there's some pretty good battles. One thing I do want to see is like an endurance race of these touring cars because Steve Davidson is taking a very interesting line. They, as you can imagine, with the front wheels doing the braking, turning, and accelerating, they wear the fronts very heavily, and the rears basically not at all. Steve Davidson with a pass under Magic Kazchuk, who decides to outbrake himself. Hemstrom might also make a look. Ooh, there's a little contact, but he's not able to complete the. Ooh, never mind. He's going to try and dive on the outside. Maybe a little cutback in the future. Nope. Ooh, we got another car off. It looks like Luciano Ichaso. Given the circumstances, that seems not unlikely. That might be Adam Komorowski, not entirely sure. I'm not sure how this goes, but it looks like some of the Volvos are a slightly lighter shade of blue, and I don't quite know why. There's the delivery differences. These are only 1 year or maybe 2, if I believe. You see, yeah, that number 62 looks slightly different than the one in front of it. Zach Hemstrom to Magic Kazchuk. Ooh, Kesha gets a bad run out of that turn. I think this turn... I don't know, I'm not even going to try. Ooh, brake hard. Gonna try and get him into braking, and director changes. Paolo Stepinski on the tail of Max Simmons. Max has kind of struggled. He is not very used to the front-wheel drive cars, although I actually, thinking about it, most of these guys probably aren't. In racing, race car drivers tend to prefer rear-wheel drive, or all-wheel drive at the very least. Front-wheel drive is definitely the, I don't want to say bastard, but redheaded stepchild. Zach Hemstrom going for a lunge, kind of on the outside, might have outbroken himself. Ends up corralling it, not losing too much time, or really any at all, it seems like. That was one nice thing about the front-wheel drives, because there's so little weight over the rear axle, you can get them to whip around really quick in the event of a mistake, and then basically point and shoot when you get it pointed in the right direction. It will cause more wear in your tires, but you can salvage a particularly nasty slide with relative ease. Oh, contact! Zach Hemstrom alongside Magic Kashchuk. See there's where the front wheel drive strategy comes in. Ooh, that was not kosher. Magic is flashing the headlights, not happy at all with Hemstrom. But yeah, I'm kind of surprised there's no penalty. Oh, another contact, this time from Kashchuk. And you can see the stability of these front wheel drive cars just coming in and saving all these horrible accidents. You would have not saved that in a rear-wheel drive car. I can almost guarantee it. Magic Kashchuk going for the dive. He's pissed. He wants to put it down the inside. Ooh, really, really interesting line, trying to take up the whole racetrack. Not at all surprised, but a little bit curious. This is the Sunday Fun Day series, so, or no, this is Saturday. Never mind. I've been wrong this whole time. So this is, well, it's kind of a less, it's a less high stakes. It's a lower stakes series. So, I don't know how they're taking penalties and stuff in this. I haven't looked at the chat at all to see how this is going. Also, apologies about this taking so long. It's Matt's fault. But, yeah, so we were hoping to get it done a little bit earlier than this. But it ended up, you know, thankfully it's not one of the bigger series, or else that could be a problem. Paolo Stepinski on the inside of Max Simmons. That's going to be a cut and clean as Max Simmons goes wide. Zach Hemstrom trying to make an undercut, and turn one is a sweeper, so that doesn't seem super effective. Oh wow, Magic Catcher going for some big slides. It's a very thin track, so lining up these passes is crucial to plan out turns in advance. I say those Volvos do look very good. I will say it's no coincidence that a lot of the motorsports saves compilation you see on YouTube, those are the ones where, you know, people get into tank slappers and save it by, you know, either coincidence or skill or both. There's not a coincidence that a lot of them are front wheel drive, because if you get sideways, the understeer of the front wheel drive platform, if you get really hairy, you can just plant that throttle and it'll basically straighten itself out. Provided you're not on a super untoward line, you can basically save anything on one of these cars. Now, will it be effective? Can't say. There's a lot of variables in there, and you're almost certainly going to lose time, and there's a decent possibility you could still crash. But it's at least a little bit easier to save. So this is the last lap, and the checker flags are waving. We are finishing the running order here. Looks like Bertrand Barrier is going to be first, followed by John Spriggs, Steve Davidson, Magic Kashchuk, Zach Hemstrom, We will see if that ends up. I don't think there's going to be any passing. We're coming across the finish line now with the camera. Luciano Chazo finishes 6th. James Butler and John Barker at it again. That's going to be them finished. John Barker, or yeah, John Barker and James Butler. 10th and 11th. Max Simmons coming across in 14th. Shout out to Maxed Out McRacing. And that's it. That is our running orders. Congrats to Bertrand Barrier, first place and fastest lap, 1:05.573. So as you may or may not know, this is a 2-race series, and we're going to get a look at these wonderful tire walls again. This is a 2-race series. Both races are, well, race 1 is actually 20 minutes, race 2 is 30 minutes. So this is going to be the longer of the two. We're going to have to see how this compares. Oh, and didn't kind of mention, but I believe there's a reverse grid. Yes, there is. So Zach Will starts on the pole, followed by Max Simmons. Recently got a power second, but Stapinski, and the race is already going. So that was a really, really short formation lap. Oh, someone goes sliding off immediately. Looks like they might have gotten punted. That looks like Barker, although who really knows? Maybe. Oh, Delgado continuing his streak of poor luck in these lesser series. I guess if you're gonna have bad luck in a series, it might as well be this one. But still. Everything's battling. Zach Wolf versus John. Ooh. James Butler going around the outside of Zach Wolf, but not able to make it happen. These cars, with their point and shoot capabilities, are difficult to pass around the outside of, especially in these hairpins. But he's getting a run, not able to make it through the left-hander. But Martin Emmons is coming really close behind. He ducks to the inside for some reason. Might have gotten a little unstable under braking. These cars like to over-rotate on brake. And Zach Wolf is going to be getting passed maybe by James Butler. And it looks like it sticks as we finish lap 1. Ooh, lots of chaos coming to lap 1, into the second lap. Looks like Edmonds got a little bit of a punt. Maybe by Chasso, not entirely sure, can't really tell. Zach Hemstrom under Fiber, Magic Kazchuk. Zach Hemstrom's our current points leader, so that's going to be interessante. It's been gone for a lot more than 2 minutes, hasn't he? We got Hemstrom also putting Barker under the spotlight. There's a big race. Looks like we got contact behind between Heidenreich and Barrier, I believe. Not 100% sure what's going on there. James Butler still hunting down Max Simmons. Simmons has put a little bit of time between him and Butler, but not a huge amount. Meanwhile, the battle behind Wolf, Edmonds, and Ichazo is really hot. So is the one behind for Barker, Hemstrom, Kazchuk. Looks like no movement, at least as far as positions go. But it is getting spicy. A little bit of contact between Edmonds and Wolf. Ooh, going on the inside, big lockup. You can hear the tire squealing. Edmonds is gonna put it on the inside of Wolf, and is it gonna stick? We're not going to see it, but it looks like it will. Actually, Chausto got past Wolf as well. Looks like that pass. Oh my gosh, and Hemstrom tries to follow through as well with Barker. It is chaos. It's a shame we're not watching that. Looks like we're going to get to see the aftermath a little bit. Kazchuk is desperately trying to make his way around Hemstrom, who's continually falling. Oh, sorry, Wolf is falling. That's the other Zach. Meanwhile, Butler and Simmons have just checked out. They're going, Mike. Sorry about that. Ooh, Simmons gets really squirrely under braking. Is this car driven by Nico Katzberg? Whoa! Or sorry, Nikki Katzberg. Oh yeah, Simmons got really squirrely under braking, ended up checking up and closing out Butler. That's gonna be terrible news for Butler. He couldn't get by. Now Edmonds is kind of getting up in his grill. Battle behind for 5th place with Zach Wolf. Oh my gosh, it's 4 wide. Now only 2 wide. Looks like it ends about Davidson. This is a battle for second to. Well, never mind. I can't say. There's too many cars. They're all the same. Bertrand Barrier is holding up 8th place in the middle of that furball.
Hey, it's mine.
Matt's having a battle with his cat and/or brother. Which one do you want to win, ladies and gentlemen?
There's my pizza.
Yep, it's this cat. All right, they pay up, audience. Ooh, no, I believe that's Butler that just went sliding off. Understeering. Yep, that was Butler. Continue action. Martin Emmons goes sliding. Looks like Wolf might be following him. No, that's Magic Kazchuk. He is absolutely crazy. Kazchuk falls 4 positions. It is, whoa, Kazchuk goes for a dive, trying to recover left positions, end up understeering into the wall, sending Hemstrom off as well. That's disaster for our leader, who's now finding himself 13th. Kazchuk in 14th. Delgado picks up 14th from him. Not good at all. That was chaos. I mean, it's fun to watch. Imagine there's going to be some verbal fists thrown after that one. It's like Spriggs is going to, or Bark is going to have a look around the inside of Komorowski. Is he going to dive around the inside of turn 1? Ooh, he almost does, but Komorowski cuts him off. He has to check up a little bit. I wonder if that ended up in a collision. Luciano Ichaso still hot on the tail of Max Simmons. Simmons still showing signs of struggling with the front-wheel drive platform. He's getting really slidey on a lot of corners. While that's not necessarily a bad thing, it is indicative that he maybe doesn't have quite as much confidence. We will see if Ichaso can exploit that. Uh-oh, who is that? That's Kazchuk. Oh, Kazchuk has suffered, looks like terminal damage. He's gone back to the pits. That's not good. Ichaso has maybe found an opening. Nope, just kidding. Still having a look. He's right on Simmons' tail. I think it's a coin toss whether or not he's waiting for Simmons to make a mistake or just planning out the point at which he can attack. I think he's got his best chance around the second last corner. Although, oh, getting a bad line. Simmons going sliding as always, but let's see if Ichaso can get the cutback. Nope. Simmons hugs the inside, slowing them both. Although Ichaso, like I kind of predicted, second to last turn. Will he keep it? He's right alongside. He gets in front. Will that be enough? I think he was on the inside. We don't get to watch it. Oh, Simmons gets it back, allegedly. Yep, there we go. Simmons still on the inside of turn 2. Ooh, it's close. But now Edmonds is caught back up because of all the fighting they've been doing. He's going to have a look around the inside as well of Max. Ooh, he goes to the inside to protect it, but Martin Edmonds says, okay, outside it is. We'll take it. A little bit of contact between them, but it's ending up smoothing out just nicely, I believe. Oh, we got a huge accident back there. A lot of smoke. I can't tell exactly what happens. It looks like Zach Wolf got the bad end of that. Bertrand Barrier falling also to 10th. Can't exactly tell what's happening, but this is a more important race anyway. What? Wait. Wait, what just happened, Matt? Did you... Hold on one sec, ladies and gents. We got a little bit of a potential foible here.
Hello?
Matt, what did you just do?
I had to rejoin the thing because for some reason when I was away, it made my microphone my microphone was disabled somehow, and I was trying to figure out how to get it back.
Okay, well, alright, there's a chance... when you rejoined or something, it just said user in your channel started recording, so we'll just play it off. Anyway, how's the battle going? Chasso is still in first place. Max Simmons is still battling Edmonds in third, or in second. He's battling Edmonds, who is in third.
Hey, Colt.
What?
If it makes you feel better, when I joined, it said user in your channel is recording.
Yeah, well, that doesn't make me feel better. That makes me feel worse because I thought I was recording, and if I didn't, then I'm not re-recording it. So hopefully at the end of this, we'll have a full recording. If
We'll
not,
just make car sounds with our voices. Yeah.
I'm gonna
Oh,
leave
he
you to
goes
that,
down the
Matt.
inside.
That sounds like a good task for you. I have my full confidence in your abilities. As though it couldn't get any more confusing, we got James Butler, John Spriggs, and John Barker all in a row, all with the same flag, all driving the same car. Why do you guys hate me so much? What did I do to you?
Exist.
Apparently, I'm still trying to get I believe who's it Butler that said he was like slightly-ish volunteering to do commentary on this series.
Butler or Barker?
Barker
Barker
is
and
Barker.
Butler both raced in it.
Well, yeah, but I mean that's not an issue. It was Barker. See, I've shot myself in the foot because I suggested to Martin, who is the leader, to give them a nickname, to give Butler and Barker each other's name as a nickname, just because that's the meme, right? I mix them up all the time. Basically since I started commentating here. James Butler and John Barker. And so all the time I'll see that James John Butler has posted or John James Barker has posted, and that's just screwed me over. Someone went sliding. I think that's Barrier. Nope, he's still up there. It's Butler. Butler went sliding, and Barrier is now battling with Butler. God damn it. These stuff are alliterations. They're going to be the end of me. But Butler's day continues to get worse as Davidson's all over his collar. Edmonds still stacked up against Max Simmons. And we can see that Simmons' pace is not exactly up to snuff. He's 5 seconds now behind Ichazo, despite only being 3 seconds behind a lap and a half ago. A classic move on Edmonds, trying to get around the inside of turn 1. Doesn't end up working. If I knew their familiarity was a little higher, I would say that he's planning to just shake him up a little bit, but I think I think every corner might be an opportunity for these guys.
What are these S60s?
I don't know Volvo's designations anymore. Actually, I've never really known it, but I just know the engines. Barrier on the inside of Heidenreich. It's gonna be, yep, pretty cut and dry. Once you get the point and shoot of these cars, at least on the shorter corners, once you get that down, you can be pretty potent on some overtaking opportunities. Martin Edmonds trying to go on the outside of Max Simmons into turn 1 as they cross the finish line. This is going to be interesting. The first 2 corners are both right-handers. Yep, that's going to be Simmons forcing him outside. Ooh, and Edmonds gives him a little puncheroni. He somehow gets on the inside. I don't exactly know how that happened. There's a little bit of a shake and bake, maybe. Max Simmons ends up behind, and by half a second already, I think that's going to be it for him. Unless Edmonds makes a mistake. That's very possible. Another news, Zach Hemstrom has clawed his way back up to 11th. Magic Kachuk still retired, but he's still in the race, technically. Bertrand Barrier battling with Barker this time, making it through. Now up to John Spriggs ahead. Barrier's been clawing his way through the field this entire race from, I believe, 12th. And he's been doing pretty well. We'll have to see if that holds through the next 15 minutes. We're almost halfway through this race. Nice. Team name Martin Heidenreich with Ugly Racing. And unlike last race, this is kind of calmed down a little bit. You do notice that John Spriggs is catching up to Max Simmons pretty rapidly. Clear that Simmons is inexperienced with front-wheel drive platforms. This is taking hold a little bit. If he can hold off Spriggs, though, and that's not super hard to imagine. Because he held off Ichaso for up until basically 5 minutes ago. Ooh, Spriggs going for a really bold move. Trying to get on the inside. As I said, maybe a little bit of commentator's curse engaged here. Decides to back out and go for the draft. He's going to try anyway. Turn 1 on the inside. Ooh, no, backs out yet again. Oh, but kind of makes a hunker down and points to the next target and shoots. Isn't able to get quite the run he had hoped, I bet, but it ends up not super bad. He's going to have to be careful with how many of those he does. If he does that too much, he can really cook his front tires. And when the front tires and these things go, oh man, you better bring your Bible and your parachute is all I can say. You need an old priest and a young priest. He's going to try around the inside of this turn. A little contact. We're no strangers to that in this series. Maxim is desperately trying to get the car back under control after that little nudge by Spriggs. I wonder if almost Spriggs is testing the water, seeing how much he can get away with against Maxim. He's not going to be on the outside with Barrier in tow.
You know what I think? I think he's trying to psych him out. Where if he keeps doing moves and dangerous, putting his car in dangerous spots.
That's true. I'm not.
Simmons
Well, given how much contact there's been, I'm not entirely sure about that, but it's possible. But now Barrier is involved with Barker. They're battling each other. He's like, this is not how this is supposed to go. Well, he's French. This is not how this is supposed to go.
What if he's trying to
get out of here?
Kind of dive in places and try to overtake certain places so that Max Simmons will expect him to do that so he makes a mistake.
Well, it already happened just now. Max Simmons got double overtaken by... Why'd you stop? Why'd you stop? Continue.
I was leaning down. I accidentally hit the space bar.
Uh-huh. But yeah,
Cole,
Max Simmons got double overtaken by John Spriggs and Bertrand Barrier. What was that?
You can't pause real life. What happened?
Yeah, I don't know. You'll have to tell me later. to write that down. But yes, where was I? Well, I already got the statement out, didn't I? So, brief summary: Zach Hemstrom appears to have stalled in 11th place. His forward progress has been halted by Steve Davidson. Barrier continues his upward trend in tow of Briggs. Looks like Barker is struggling now to get past Simmons. Now Simmons needs to do something about his. Ooh, nah. Barker on the inside. There are no strangers to rubbing his racing here. Barker now around Simmons. The problem with this circuit is that there's a lot of double apex corners, and so that inherently makes defending more easy. A big part of attacking in a lot of racing series is the cutback, trying to plan to be at disadvantage in one turn and make the most of it so you can be advantage when you're on the inside the next corner. No such luck here. You basically have to be on the inside, or else you're gonna be on the outside for a long time. There's a couple of triple apex corners that I imagine are the bane of the attacker on a lot of these situations. So Edmonds, or Ichazo is out of here. In spite of Edmonds getting around Simmons at around the 7-second gap, Ichazo continues to pull out. So it's short of a huge mistake. Ichazo's got this. Edmonds, however, is hot under fire from the rising stars in this race, Barrier and Spriggs. This is going to be the battle to watch because they're pretty high up in the points if I remember correctly, but mainly just here they are very hot, very competitive, and they want to hot-headed, I should say. Get your minds out of the gutter. John Spriggs on the inside of Martin Edmonds. First turns is double apex, or well, first two turns are right-handers, I should say. Bertrand Barrier now gets around the outside of Spriggs, and now takes a spot. So that as I kind of put my own foot in my mouth because oh well, what happened? Oh, we just went back a car. That was confusing. But so as I said, it can be hard to get around the being on the outside. However, if two cars ahead of you are racing and one does eventually, ooh, Bertrand Barrier taking on the inside of Martin Edmonds, give him a good old punteroni. Isn't able to hold it though. Well, no, never mind. The cars all look the same. That's gonna be Edmonds to third place. Barrier takes second. Although he gets sliding the next turn. Although Martin Edmonds gets a little bit tough from Spriggs. That is unfortunate for Edmonds because he could have had a better line through the next couple of corners, which lead up to the final straight. So he got his run kind of ruined by Spriggs, who gave him a tap and caused him to slide. He then had to dedicate his last turn. Oh my gosh, there's a huge pile up at the back.
Why can't we get on that?
Maybe I was wrong. It looked like a pile. There's just 1,000 blue cars, and there's a huge cloud of smoke, which could have just been someone outbreaking themselves.
No.
But what's happening?
Maybe there's
Spriggs
a
is getting
Subaru
around
in this
Edmonds. Looks
race.
like Edmonds got a problem of some sort. He's not entirely sure what happened there. That was really weird.
Maybe his dog jumped on him.
It's possible. No, this is before he got his new racing rig.
Yeah.
So he has no excuse. So Max Simmons now in 6 is creating this battle with James Butler and Adam Komorowski, and also Steve Davidson behind. This could be interesting because, well, actually, never mind. I thought Zach Hemstrom was closer. But I was gonna say Hemstrom could potentially leapfrog a few people. He's shown to be pretty strong at the overtake on the inside. Martin Heidenreich with Ugly Racing, trying to get around Max Simmons. We see Simmons continuing to slide a little bit. And that's only going to get worse as the tires drop off, because as I said, the rears basically don't wear unless you just are just locking up every single corner. It looks like Max Simmons is retiring, or maybe just letting everyone by. I don't know. Maybe the continued frustration of having to battle these continually harder battles is wearing on him. Yep, he's dipping out. That's unfortunate. Adam Komorowski, though, with a dive under Martin Heidenreich, and ends up locking up and sliding into not the wall, but at least the gravel. Oh, this ends up being potentially terrible news for Zach Hemstrom, who now has to battle a handicapped car around the particularly tumultuous last sector.
But that car's not in a wheelchair.
Nice. What if it's a rocket wheelchair, though?
Sign me up.
I'm gonna have to have you sign this waiver real quick first. And here we're seeing it come into effect. Zach Hemstrom struggling to get past Adam Komorowski in spite of him having a faster car. The track is just too narrow, and there are too many double apex corners. Well, that's
I feel like
I
you
should
can
stop
race
saying.
anything faster than touring cars in this track.
It would be possible. It'd just be difficult. I think faster would be okay. They would just need to have more power,
What about
or less
GT4s?
power to wait.
Cool.
What's up?
What about GT4s? They're like a racer.
GT4s would be fine. They are heavier and a bit more powerful. Not a huge amount though. Because these are like 300 and something, 60 horsepower, I think.
What about LMP1 hybrid?
Yeah, sure, why not? Anyway, just don't even get out of first gear. Okay, one of my favorite things to do is go to one of the small tracks and take the less grippier cars. In this game, they have something called the German Nationals, which are some of the least grippy cars in this entire game, and pretty high power. But it's fun to pretend like a track day or something, because they're basically the closest thing this game has to street cars. And well, now with the
I think you're
Mach-E,
using the
that's
wrong game for that.
what's that, Matt?
I think you chose the wrong game to pretend to drive street cars.
Well, it's true, but this game has some of the most varied, even over like modded games, with the lone exception being R Factor 1. This game has quite an edge in the variety of content, even over like Assetto Corsa and R Factor 2.
Huh?
And so the I mean, I've yet to find Newtstorp or Falkenberg or whatever track this is, I forget it is, in any other game. And likewise with the Mach-E and some of their GT3s even. But anyway, so getting on these, they like them some smaller Swedish courses, which
Hang on a second. You said Mach-E
yeah.
in this game?
Yep. Remember when Von Gittin Jr. teamed up with Ford to build the 1400 horsepower Mach-E? It's that one.
Like the drift thing.
Yeah,
Why would you ever want that in this game?
because it's fun. It is so slidey and fun, and it accelerates like a rocket.
You're even better in AC.
Well, it's not an AC, so you can get on that and make that mod, and I'll download it. But it's not an ACC or AC, unfortunately. And I know, because the second I heard about that car in real life, I was like, this has to be a mod in R Factor or something, right? Immediately already. And no, there's no mod for it. I assume that now, since it's in
I
Race
think you
Room,
just
it'll be
answered your
ripped.
question as to why it wasn't in there.
What? I just answered my question? Did I? What did I say?
You said
I didn't.
immediately when you heard about it, you went to go look it up, see if it was already made, and it wasn't. Oh, I wonder why.
I don't know, dude. The speed of some of these modders is frightening. Like, I mean, basically, as soon as the revised the IR18 or whatever the IR12, the new IndyCar came out, like was announced, there was already a mod for it. It was kind of astonishing. It wasn't a particularly good one, but it existed. Obviously, we've
Like half
since.
the car mods for AC, like they'll just take a generic car sound and put in a car model.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I don't doubt at all. I mean, like for example, well, this is kind of not as relevant because it's a Project Cars thing, but Project Cars 2 had the very first mod. It was a mod, by the way. Had the very first Koenigsegg Jesko or Jesko. Sorry, it's Swedish. The
That's
Koenigsegg
Haskell.
Jesko in any game, like of any game, like, and that was like a huge thing. And that was like barely after that game or that car was announced by Koenigsegg. So my point is, like, you never know. And I was really shocked when it came out in Race Room, the Mach-E, and it is a blast for the first couple laps at least. With after the first couple laps, when the tires overheat immediately, which they do, it becomes nearly impossible to drive. And you could argue that makes it even more fun. Because then after 2 laps, the battery runs out, and then you're done. So perfect. Oh, it also sounds great. I don't know how they do it in real life, and I kind of am curious because my problem with electric cars is they just don't sound very good. A lot of people have that kind of complaint. But
Yeah, they have no sound.
the Mach-E, well, they have a little bit, but not very much. Yeah. Um, the Mach-E sounds fantastic. It's a friggin' screamy beast, and I mean, not from the outside so much because you can't hear it that much, but even in race room, it sounds pretty fantastic. I suspect that a lot of it's gear noise, but can't be all of it because it sounds a little different.
Hey, cool.
What up?
Putting the Mustang Mach-E into this game is like putting an F1 race on a 1920s or 30s black and white television.
Uh, yeah, that makes sense. It's pretty true.
I mean, look at the
Uh,
graphics. They're pretty dated and they're still like adding new content instead of making a new game.
I don't know, dude. Every time they've tried to make a new game, it's looked pretty rough. I don't think they should make a new game. I think they just need to port this into Unreal Engine 4 or something. Because
I think that
I
it's
mean,
a
I think
pretty big thing.
okay, I'll put it this
Oh,
way. Whoa, Slidey. I think
and
that might be Butler.
I think that might be the end.
Oh no, it's Pavel Stupinski. It is indeed the end. No, it's not. I don't know who it is. But anyway, that's our final order. Luciano Chausa first place. Marisa Zakata is coming up here. Bertrand Barrier second. Oh, here we go. John Spriggs third. John Parker fourth. Why, you guys? Why do you have to do this? All the freaking J's. James Butler fifth. Steve Davison sixth. Martin Emmons seventh. Adam Karowski, Zach Hemstrom, Pavel Stupinski, Martin Heidenreich, Marisa Legato, Zach Wolf, Max Simmons, and a partridge in a pear tree. And by that I mean Magic Kazchuk. Congrats to Johnny Chasso. Wasn't able to beat Barrier's lap time in the last one, but still pretty good. Bet you'll never guess what car he was driving.
Subaru.
Yeah, you got it. Good job.
Hell yeah. Total guess.
But yeah, I think they just need to. I think they need to
Total guess. Yes, it was.
graphically overhaul this game. It would be
Oh,
pretty nice. That said, I would prefer it look like this and run well than look like ACC and run like ACC. Anyway, that is it for our Swedish Högtid round 2. The next race will be at that's a great question. My screen switched on me here. Okay, yes. So next race, which is race 3. Oh, there are actually 4 races. I messed that up earlier. No, that never
we're professionals,
happens.
I swear.
Yes, yes. It's we're moving up a couple of years. So this is the WTCC 16s, Volvos. Next time,
WTCC 16 cylinder CC
16cc. Yeah, I need 20 cc's of
golf
Hydra
carts.
Mortaparazone stat. We got WTCRs 19s. The Lincoln Code 3. Oh my god, what I have never understood that car, but it's at Mantorp, so a famous Swedish racing circuit that we haven't seen in a long time. So that'll be fun. October 30th, so in like a week. That'll be great.
Wow,
Yeah, I
math.
know. But yeah, then the finale after that, November 13th. Koenigsegg CCGTs at Scandinavian Raceway. That'll be absolutely a blast. I can't wait for that too. Anyhow, that's it for me. What do you got, Matt Higgs?
I think that was a blast.
I agree. It will be certainly just as good as the next one. It'll be Antwerp is pretty similar to this track, at least from what I've seen of it. So hopefully it'll be equally as fun. Anyway, I'm Cole. That's Matt. We are Carl and Lars. We wish to see you all at the next race. How do you Americans say bye bye?
Get fucked.